What's up, Corporate Misfits? Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to episode 30 of the Corporate Misfit podcast. I am so excited for today's Wednesday strategy session because we are going to talk about how to get 500 email subscribers to your email list within 30 days. So even if you are just getting started with your email list, even if you have just 3 people on your email list like I did when I first started this strategy, then this is going to help you reach those email list goals that you are seeking and ultimately be able to connect more with your tribe and share your products and your services and all that good stuff. So if you're ready for it, I am too. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
So getting 500 email list subscribers can be extremely hard and challenging, especially in the very beginning stages of entrepreneurship. I remember when I started my email list because everyone was like, you have to start an email list in order for you to be successful online. And I thought to myself, okay, that's great. I'm going to try it without doing an email list. And then I started to discover it's a little difficult to get visibility. No one is knowing about the blogs that I'm creating. I'm always having to go and promote the heck out of them to new eyes. And also, whenever I have a sale or whenever I have a product that I want to talk about or we have new inventory in, who am I promoting it to? And so I knew that it was time for me to actually do what everyone had been saying about online business, to get an email list. Another thing about an email list is that it is so much more valuable than social media. The best way to put it is when you have someone's email list, you are able to directly connect with them versus having to go through a third party hoping that they see it. When you are working with an email list, you are able to control if your client sees it or not. You're able to share what it is that you need to share without having to go through algorithms and things like that. The only thing that you have to focus on is making sure it doesn't go into spam. And there are so many ways for you to be able to get around the whole spam thing by checking your emails before sending them and whatnot. But being able to use your email list and not having to worry so much about if social media is generating revenue because your email list is healthy is so much better. And I want you to experience that. And that's why I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get your first 500 emails within 30 days. So one thing I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about how you can get 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 or even 5,000 email lists. I'm going to focus on 500 because most people will give up before they ever make it to 1,000. And I know that 500 is more doable and it will get you excited because you're going to start to see the results. And then you can replicate what it is that you have just done for your 500 to help you get your 1,000, your 1,500, your 2,000, then your 5,000. And you keep going from there. And so we're going to focus heavily on 500, but again, you can repeat this process once you have completed your 500 and you can keep doing it over and over and over to help you generate new leads. The first thing that you want to do in order to really make sure that you are properly set up before you even start accepting leads is finding the best email marketing service provider so that you can make sure that you are going to be able to be effective when you gain your email list subscribers. So the first thing you want to do though is check out all of the different email service providers out there. There are a ton. There's Aweber, there's Constant Contact, there's iContact, there's GetResponse, there is MailChimp, there's Infusionsoft, there's ConvertKit. There are so many different email marketing service providers. I want you to do your due diligence and I want you to do some free trials. I want you to check them out and see if they're a good fit for you before just moving forward. What usually happens is sometimes we move forward with some of the most complicated email marketing sites, and then it makes it really difficult for us to actually want to use them because we don't know how. We have to pay someone to use it. So I want you to find something that's not complicated, but allows you to be able to get the most out of it, and it allows you to be able to connect with your ideal customer the way that you choose. And for me, I had to look at something that allowed me to create sales funnels, that created automation, and that allowed me to also be able to connect and send out emails like crazy, because that's how I connect with most of my audience. So find something that works best for you. The second thing I want you to do once you have found a email marketing service provider is I want you to now think about why you want to create an email list. So if you don't know the purpose of creating your email list and you don't know why you're doing it, then what will happen is you are going to collect all these emails and you're not going to do anything with them. So then when you are ready to do something with it, then you're going to randomly email these people and they are going to start unsubscribing like crazy because they're like, who is this? Why are they emailing me? Who's this person? They're going to forget they even signed up for your email list. So you want to have a game plan and you want to have a purpose for why people are signing up. If you're giving someone a discount and the ultimate reason for them signing up is because you're going to give them a discount because they're going to then purchase your product or service, then that will help you to identify why and how you're going to use your email list. If you're getting people to sign up for your blog because you want to send them weekly newsletters and you want to be able to notify them whenever you have new content or new updates to your website, then you need to be able to know that so that you can clearly communicate that with your ideal customer. This will also help you to be able to identify what you should be writing about every single week within your newsletters, or however many times you decide to send out a newsletter to your ideal audience, so that you know what you should be including because you know the purpose of this email. Like for me, I know the purpose of my email is to notify people of my blogs, my podcasts, any products or services that I have, any sales that I might have as well. And so that is my whole reason for my email list. It allows me to connect, keep them updated, and create visibility, and ultimately generate sales and revenue. So figure out exactly why do you want this email list so that you can make sure that you're using it effectively. Now, the third thing I want you to do is to create a free offer. So with the free offer, you are able to create a freebie with value that might solve a percentage or a portion of the problem, but ultimately you are giving this away in exchange for an actual email. So I believe emails are extremely valuable, and I believe that what you should be giving away should be of value too. So you're going to think of this as a trade. This is where someone's going to give you something that's valuable and you're going to give something that is valuable to them. My freebie that has helped me to generate 500 email subscribers in 30 days was my Ultimate Biz Plan. So this was a 30-page Ultimate Biz Plan that walked you through how to get started with your business, how to identify who you want to work with, where you want your locations to be, or if you're running an online business, how to set milestones and goals for what it is that you're looking to do, and how to identify what it is that you need so that you can plan financially, you can plan with time, all that good stuff. And so I want you to create something that is of value and that solves at least 20% of the problem so that they ultimately want to purchase your products or your services that you will be offering. Now, if you're not providing value, what will happen is that most people are going to unsubscribe ASAP. They're going to get your freebie, they're going to click it, and then they're going to say, oh no, this is not what I wanted. And they're going to unsubscribe. Now, if you are noticing that a lot of people are unsubscribing from your freebie, you need to reevaluate why. It could be what you're giving is very vague and doesn't help solve a problem, or maybe you're not being very clear and they weren't clear of the expectations when they signed up for your email list. And so I want you to just take a step back and reevaluate if for any reason a lot of people are unsubscribing from your email list. So just to kind of give you an example of how a freebie can be really successful and of value in your business. HubSpot, they gave away a freebie on how to be successful and build relationships with your clients and whatnot through email marketing. And with this freebie, they were able to leverage the power of generating more than 50,000 new email subscribers each month when they were just getting started. So I want you to know that if you find something that's of high value and you're able to give it to your ideal customer and it really helps solve, a 20% of the problem, then they are going to get excited about it and they're going to tell people about it, and other people are going to want to sign up for it. And you're going to keep going down this like cycle of like people are signing up because they're so excited and ultimately buying your products or services. So I want you to figure out what is the best freebie for you. And here are just a few ideas to help get you started. You can get started with a checklist. You can get started with a guide, an ebook. You can even get started with like showing case studies or spreadsheets, webinars. You could do resources. You can, do a mini training, whatever it may be. You want to create a freebie that will ultimately get someone to want to give you their email in exchange for the value that you are providing. Now, the fourth thing that you want to do once you have created your freebie is you want to then put that freebie image up on your sidebar, your footer, your about page, or any pop-ups that you may have on your website. I want you to think of your website like real estate. So you want to put basically your most valuable things in the prime real estate. So if you are looking to build your email list, then this image needs to be in prime real estate, which would be your sidebars, your footers, your about page, and all pop-ups that you may have, and any exit pop-ups that you may have on your website. This will help to convert, and ultimately it will allow your audience to be able to see this possible freebie that they can sign up for on all areas of your website. And so this will help you to ultimately generate some new sales and also generate some new leads. The fifth thing I want you to do is run an ad. Now, I want you to run an ad, and you could do this either via Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever works best for you. I want you to run an ad, and I want you to focus heavily on running this ad to help you get to 500 new subscribers. Now, I did not have a lot of money when I was first getting started with my freebie, so I had to be very cognizant of the ads that I ran. So I ran an ad, and I spent about $40 total for the month. And so this is before Facebook ads were like crazy. I was able to make a lot of headway with just $40 a month with my Facebook ad. So I want you to pick a number that works best for you. Now, there are so many platforms out there. So if for any reason one platform, their ads are too expensive, I want you to look at another platform where your audience may be as well. So if Facebook is a little bit too costly, then maybe you want to check out Pinterest. If Pinterest is too costly, then I maybe want you to check out some of the other platforms that your audience may be hanging out on. So run an ad of some sort and figure out a price that you're going to at least break even. So don't do anything that you won't be able to at least break even with. And then ultimately, I want you to focus on generating leads and getting people to sign up for that freebie. Now, if you do not have the money for the ads, I completely understand, and I've been there too. So here are some other options and things that I have tried that have also worked and helped me to generate subscribers. Now, you can go to Facebook groups for free, and you can help solve your ideal clients' problems. What I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to what they are saying. If there is something that relates to your freebie or something that can help provide a solution to their problem, I want you to provide them a link. Or if you can't provide a link in some of the Facebook groups, because sometimes they don't allow it, I want you to write a DM to that person, a private message, and I want you to just message them and say, hey, I noticed you were talking about this, and I wanted to just, be of value and see if I can help with anything. And here is something that has helped a few other people with the same issue. It's an article to my blog, or it's a link to my blog, or it's a podcast, or it's a link to my freebie so you can sign up for it. Whatever it may be, I just wanted to provide you a value. And that is how you can go about it. And I have done this in many situations and it has helped. I just want you to know it takes a little bit of time, but it is worth it. And so you do not necessarily have to run an ad. You can go into Facebook groups, participate, and ultimately get people to sign up for your freebie. The sixth thing I want you to do is I want you to promote on your social media daily. So sometimes what happens is we have one image and we think that with that one image, that's the only time we can talk about our promotions. What I want you to do instead is I want you to think about the content, your copy that you were using when you were creating social media. So I want you to look at your copy and I want you to find ways that you can rewrite that copy, or you can use portions of that copy so that you can make it a continuous post. So one thing that I do within my business for the Ultimate Biz Plan is I find ways to talk about leaving your 9 to 5. I talk about when I wanted to leave my 9 to 5, I created the Ultimate Biz Plan, and I made this biz plan, and it helped me to gain clarity and understanding of what it is I was going to be doing after I left my 9 to 5 or getting my business up and going. I also talk about the fear of just getting started. And I talk about how sometimes we get so paralyzed and stuck that we don't even make movement in trying to get our business up and going. And so the Ultimate Biz Plan will help spark ideas and help you to get from that stuck place and ultimately moving and getting your business up and going. And so there are multiple ways that you can go about talking about your freebie, but I like to just find different versions of what I'm talking about and repurpose that content so I don't have to keep making up new stuff every time. I just repurpose the content, and ultimately I am sharing about that freebie consistently. Now, you can share about your freebie via a Facebook post or Instagram post or Pinterest post or LinkedIn post or whatever platform you're on, Twitter post, whatever it may be. And you can also share about it in stories or Snapchat or whichever, like Facebook stories. You can share about it there. You can also mention it in a live. So there are multiple ways for you to mix up how you promote this freebie. You do not have to keep posting it into the feed and that is it. You can find different ways. You can make videos about it. You can talk about it in maybe a live version. You could talk about it through your stories. You could talk about it through your actual feed posts. You could talk about it through Twitter, however you choose. But ultimately, you want to find different versions and different ways to promote this freebie. Okay, so let's quickly recap so we can make sure that you are setting yourself up to where you can get 500 subscribers in 30 days to your email list. The first thing that you want to do is you want to find an email marketing service provider that rocks, that's awesome, that you can use, that you're not sitting there looking at it saying, how the heck do you use this and who do I have to hire to use it? So find something that's going to work for you so you could be able to connect with your audience. The second thing you want to do is determine your email list purpose. Why do you want this email list? How is it going to help you? And what is the purpose of starting it? The third thing you want to do is create a free offer that is of value so that people actually want to give you their email in return. The fourth thing that you want to do is create your freebie image and then put it all over your website, such as your sidebars, your footers, your about page, and your pop-ups so that you can get the most conversions for that particular freebie. The fifth thing that you want to do is you want to either run an ad so that you can get more people and visibility to that particular freebie, or go and participate in Facebook groups and provide value and DM people or message them, letting them know that you're able to at least provide them of some sort of value with maybe a blog or maybe your freebie or whatever it may be. So try using Facebook groups if you're unable to use a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, Pinterest ad, or any of the other ads out there on social media. The last thing that you want to do is promote on social media daily. You want to find different forms that you can promote on, such as live. You could do it through your feed. You could do it through, just whatever, repost. I want you to find ways to be able to promote on social media daily, all about your freebies. Okay, corporate misfits. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's strategy session where we're breaking down how you can get 500 email subscribers within 30 days. I promise if you focus heavily on your email list, it will grow. Anytime you're putting energy in an area, it will allow it to grow and feed it and get it to that place of where you're seeking. So take that time to really evaluate why you're looking to do this, and then ultimately put that energy there so that you can get that email list to 500 people, and then eventually 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever it may be. You are going to grow that, and you're going to do it by putting that energy and focus there. All right, well, let me know how this has helped you to grow your email list. Let me know which platforms you have decided to go with in regards to your email marketing service provider. Let me know how this works. So in 30 days, if you can just check back in with me and let me know how many subscribers did you get to your email list and what are you doing to get them and all that good stuff. Well, I can't wait to connect with you on our upcoming Friday feature episode, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can get the latest notifications of our upcoming Corporate Misfit podcast.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.